Hi, my name is Eva and welcome to this channel. Today is a very special video because I'm collaborating with my YouTube friend Lily and Catherine for a video about bisexuality. What is it? What's the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality? What's biphobia? All that good stuff. So I'm actually not going to be doing the majority of the talking in this video because I feel like as an ally the best thing you can do is to listen and let other people tell their authentic stories. So I feel like it would be kind of silly if I were to sit here and talk about bisexuality when I could let somebody who actually has experience with that tell you guys about it. So this video is going to have an interview type style, so I'm going to ask my lovely guest a question, she's going to respond, and we're going to have a bit of a back and forth. So let's jump into it. So can you introduce yourself and what are your pronouns?
Hi, my name is Cathy. I go by Lily and Catherine on YouTube because I think it sounds a little bit fancier, but yeah, my name is Cathy and I identify as she/her.
What do you do on YouTube? / what type of videos would people expect to see if they go over and check out your channel?
I make videos about things that I'm interested in. So at the moment there's a lot of veganism and tattoos on my channel, but I also make videos on sexualities, feminism, and health and fitness.
Now we've moved past introductions, let's get more into talking about bisexuality. So let's start with the basics. What is your definition of sexual orientation?
Sexual orientation is a term to describe one's sexual and or romantic attraction.
And how do you identify in terms of your sexual orientation?
I tend to call myself queer, as I find that it's a really good umbrella term for all of the different sexualities that I am. Because I am bi/pan/demisexual. But if I'm asked about my sexuality, I usually say that I'm bisexual because I feel like that is less difficult to explain, basically. So yeah, queer and bisexual are both labels that I'm very, very comfortable with.
How do you define bisexuality?
Bisexuality is the attraction to more than one gender of people.
Here's a question that I think about and maybe is common to my viewers, but what is the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality?
Okay, there are a lot of different opinions when it comes to the differences between bisexuality and pansexuality. A lot of people feel like the bi in bisexual reinforces the gender binary and excludes non-binary identities, whereas pansexuality includes them. So generally, I guess you could say that bisexuality is the attraction to 2 or more genders and pansexuality is the attraction to all genders. Personally, I see bisexuality as the attraction to one's own gender and genders different to one's own. And this is basically also the definition of pansexuality, which is why I identify with both, because I feel like they are very, very similar and they both fit my sexuality, so I identify as both.
What is biphobia and have you ever experienced it?
Biphobia is the discrimination against bisexual people. It is very similar to homophobia, except biphobia also exists within the LGBTQ+ community. You've probably seen a lot of biphobic comments throughout your life, and you might not even have thought about them as biphobic. For example, people say that bisexual people can't commit to a relationship, they can't even commit to a sexuality. Bisexual people are greedy, bisexual people love to sleep around, bisexual people are sluts, bisexual people blah blah blah. And a lot of people say that bisexual people are just confused, they say that bisexuality is not a valid sexuality. And also like bi erasure is a big part of biphobia, like just the refusal to use the word bisexual in like media, in books, in TV shows. It's such an issue and I wish more people would talk about it. I have experienced biphobia many times. The first time I experienced it was when I first started questioning my sexuality, and I was in a relationship, a long distance relationship with this girl who lived across the country, and she was a lesbian and I was bisexual, and I had expected backlash from friends and family because, you know, you hear about homophobia all the time, so I had expected that. But then this girl asked me what my sexuality was and I said, you know, I think I'm bi. And she said, I don't believe you, and if you are, then I don't think I can trust you and I cannot be in a relationship with someone who is bi. And I was completely taken aback because no one had prepared me for that. Like homophobia, fine, but to experience it within the community was something that I had not at all prepared myself for, so it sucked big time.
So how can straight people and other people in the LGBTQ+ community support bisexual peeps?
I would say educate yourself and read up on the stuff that bisexual people have to deal with and learn from it. I would also ask you not to assume someone's sexuality based on the relationship that they're in, and don't erase our sexuality when we're in what looks to be a straight relationship. That's bi erasure and is very damaging. Also, just listen. That's probably like the most important thing. Let us talk, let us share our experiences, and just listen. That's probably like the biggest support you could give someone, just listen to what they have to say.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little bit more about bisexuality and the fact that it is a real orientation, and hopefully you make steps to sending love and support towards bisexual people in your community. Cathy and I also filmed a video busting bisexuality myths that will be linked in the description, and at the end of the video it's on her channel, so check that one out as well. Have a lovely day!